Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Baya, orale, baya, orale, baya. As you can tell by that thumbnail right there, if I can start my life from scratch, if I can go back, if I can go way back. Great Scots, Marty! Where you going? I don't know, Doc. Fuck, back somewhere else, wherever you send me, wherever your fucking time machine fucks up and sends me. You know? If I can go back to the future, if I can go back to the past and tell my youngest self about what's going on now, where my life has led me, would I change a whole lot of things? A few things, okay? Let's talk about my past. Now, I grew up as a young kid, just like anyone else, a good kid. You know, I don't come from super poverty. You know, I come from single mother, didn't have much, dad in and out of prison, in and out of the pinta and menudo stand in direct fashion, doing his thug dizzle. You know, hey, Spencer Holmes, that's a California lifestyle, dad, I live. Where my, you know what I mean? That's just how it was. You know, there's a lot of people that had it just as bad as me, if not way worse. So I'm not going to sit here and try to express a feeling like I had it bad and you got it bad. When you call me up, hang up. Nah, fuck all that. I didn't have it that bad. I had it just like any other kid in the barrio, in the neighborhood. I was growing up. You know, I was on my own like Patti LaBelle, Michael McDonald. But at the same time, it was up to me to be a man because my jefita needed help. You know, she had her children. She was trying to raise them. Like I said, my jefita was in and out of prison. He wouldn't do much, you know. He'd get out, sell at the ramates, and that's about as much as you was going to get from him. Hey, Dad, can I get a pair of shoes? Pair of shoes, motherfucker. You see mines? Okay, all right, I get it. You know what I mean? You better go to JCPenney's and handle yours. Straight up. You know, so orale, Sears, here I come. You know, I was about the five-finger discount, and in that fashion, I'm not saying to go do that. I'm just saying that's what I had to do. So if I can go back in time, if I can fucking get a flux capacitor or maybe a fucking nice fucking Cadillac converter and put something together and go back, what would I tell my youngest self? You know, I tell myself about what's going on nowadays, about how times have changed, but even prior to what's going on nowadays, to a few of the things that led to my demise, basically that led to me having a fucked up life. It's because my life is not great. Now, I have hope and I have faith that my life will get better. And it has grown better over the years. And I do what I does for my children, man. I put on that game face every day, but I'm not the happiest camper. See, I'm not the fucking... That's not me all the time. There's days I wake up, I'm like, fuck the world. Right? I'm mad. You know? I'm going to prison today. Then I remember they don't like me, and I'm like, or maybe not. You know, it's just... There's days that I wake up and I'm not having the best of days because of the position that I put myself in. But not you, not my jefito or jefita. Nobody put me in the positions that I'm in to struggle. You know, I chose to struggle. Now, I would go back to my young self. You see on the thumbnails, all happy shit, funny ass haircut. I would go back and I would say, hey, look at mijo. Do what you need to do, right? First of all, you need to slow down and leave the peyoyas alone. Because women will be your demise. Money and women. Money, you ain't got any. So you ain't really got to worry about that. But the women, you got a whole lot of those. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe you're blessed. You're blessed, mijo. It gets about the age of 10, 11, some changes. You wake up one day like, what is that? It's like you thought you got bit by a spider because it's that big. Don't trip. It's just the way it is. And then the women will start coming and they're never going to leave. They'll be your demise. They will take you down a dark path. But not only necessarily that, it would be the mentality of the streets. See, growing up back in them days in the late 80s, early 90s, all we seen was gang banging. All we seen was people handling their business out there. All we seen was nice cars, low riders, money. I know in my water, that's what I seen. I don't know what the fuck you guys seen, but that's what I seen. Okay? And of course, I was intrigued just like any other kid. You get intrigued by that shit. You were like, fuck, bro, it's going down right here. Watch out, the homeboy got a mini truck. Pile drivers and M&Ms in the back of that motherfucker? Yes. For those of you that don't know that are too young, the fucking beat back in the days used to be called pile drivers, M&Ms, earthquakes. That's what people used to have in their cars. Hey, you hear that? I know that fool got like 4 earthquakes in this shit. And they didn't have little speakers. These motherfuckers had like size 22 to 18s. They were slapping in their mini trucks. That was the stilo. That was the style everybody was cruising to out there. And that was very intriguing as a youngster coming up. I wanted to be like that older homie. And it not necessarily he was in the mix, fucking functioning and gangbang. No, it wasn't. It was more the high siding, the women, the money, the fame. That's what I was intrigued by. And I didn't necessarily have to get involved in gangs to do that. I could have been fucking my own man and local money never hurt nobody. I could have been doing my thing. But at the same time, I chose to go a more grimier, grittier route. I chose to ingrain myself in what was happening in them streets, thinking I can get it, I can get it that way. I didn't get shit, And this is my personal experience. I'm not talking about what you got or what you can get nowadays, because nowadays is different, and I can't identify with what's going on nowadays. But in my days, I didn't get shit. You know what I mean? All I got, my mom whipped my ass when I came home late. That's all I got. I got a broom broken over my back a few times. You know what I mean? I got the belt buckled across my head. I got choked out a few times. Come home early. It's only 7:30. Right? There was times, and the times were rough. And I don't blame my Jefita for nothing that she done, because she was trying her hardest to make me be a good man, to raise me right. If I can go back, I would thank her for everything she did. I would try to make it easier for her. I would go back and explain to her about the man she raised, the mentality, maybe not the physical, right? You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing, and I'm gonna continue as such, right? But I'm talking about just the mentality and all the morals and values that she instilled in me, and other family members around me. I respect it, and I appreciate the shit. I appreciate it very much. Now I will say this: I would go back. I would tell my younger self, "Hey, look, about the 4th, 5th grade, you're gonna have a teacher, right? She's gonna fuck with you. She ain't gonna like you. I don't know if she thinks you're a player or a pimp, or you walk with a limp. I don't know what it is, but she's gonna focus her attention on you. She got a nice ass too. Now that I'm older and I think about it, her name was Miss Parker, like the one from Friday. Oh, Friday hasn't come out yet. You'll see. It's gonna be a funny ass movie. You know what I mean? Don't even check yet. There's a dude named Smokey. There's Bocalia. We'll spell that later. Anyways, I would tell him, look, there's going to be a teacher that's going to aggravate you, and you're going to lash out on her, and that's going to be the end right there. That's going to be the beginning of the end to your life. And it was. See, if you can go back in time and think about a turning point in your life when you went down that wrong road, if you went, there's a lot of people that are like, shit, I'm good. I'm a doctor, eh? I just watch you because you're stupid, right? If there's a lot of people though that can identify, they know the exact moment that they went wrong. And I do know. It was 4th grade. That was it. That was it. I remember she was like, hey, we're talking shit. And I said, man, fuck you, man. I called her a B.I. right there, straight like if I was T.I. calling Charleston White a bit. Bitch, right? And boom, it was from that exact moment. It was like the pattern of my life changed. Instead of going straight down this road, I took a fucking left and started going in circles. And it was bad. It was bad. It was like I got clout for doing that in school. And then I felt aggressive. I felt like, yeah, shit, everyone can get it now, right? Well, I just don't give a fuck. You see the way I handled that teacher with the big old ass? I don't give a fuck, right? And I thought I was gangbanging this. And the next thing you know, I found myself involved in things that I shouldn't have been involved in at that young age of 9, 10 years old. I started to fuck with older homeboys, and started to fuck with just things that I shouldn't be seeing, or things that these older guys shouldn't be lacing me up with yet. I was a kid. I was young. I was susceptible to anything. If a motherfucker said, here, handle that, I said, which one? La primera, fuck it, let's do it. Fuck it, Holmes, right? That was my stilo. That was the way I was. I was a follower. I didn't have leadership qualities yet. I did with people that were my age or younger than me, but with people that were older than me, I wanted to prove to them. I wanted to prove myself. I wanted to earn my stripes. So I was susceptible to anything that they said. Hey, homeboy, you see that big old gorda right there? Yeah, I see her. Go get a mamon from her. Well, that's a win-win situation, right? But see, I was susceptible to whatever they said. And instead of steering me the right way, my older homeboys, your older homeboys might be different, but mine took me in a whole different direction. They took me into the realm of fucking, this is what it is, man. I was like, oh, fuck. Hypocrisy, right? By the sweat of my balls, this is, right? And that was it. Rosie, I need some action tonight. It was on and cracking, man. I got involved in the underworld. That's where my life took me. I would go back to my younger self, and I would nip that in the bud right before I got involved in that and tell them in the 4th grade, when she talks shit to you, put your head down, man, and accept that. This is a test. It's only a test. She wants to see where your mind's at. And imagine all year you're going to get to look at that ass. And the winner is, help me. I said, help you. You know what I mean? So I'm an old man. I'm struggling here. Help me to help you. That's it. Right? That's what I would do. Another thing I would do was I would go back and I would help my family. I would help my family in certain situations, man, where I just wasn't there. You know, if my jefita needed to go grocery shopping, I was like, man, fuck that, eh? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to stay home with the rest of my brothers and sisters and do all that. Fuck that. I'm trying to be out there in la calle, you know what I mean? Like a fucking baboso. Nah, Charlie Holmes. It ain't that serious. You know, I needed to be a man before I was a man, but I needed to help. You know, there's certain things I could have done. Now, if eventually I would end up fucking in the streets and joining the gang and going to YA and prison and all that, what would I have done while incarcerated? You know, how would I have acted? That I would never change. See, I wouldn't change a single thing I had to do. Guerra was on, Humps. You know, and I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but you got stabbed and you had to do certain things to people and hurt people and you got hurt. And yeah, but you know what? That was part of the game. You know, that's part of when you're already involved in things and you're running your fucking mouth, Holmes, and you're expected to handle your business, you're expected to handle your business. Would I change anything about that? Absolutely not. Nobody wants to have enemies. Nobody wants to have to look over their shoulder. Nobody wants to fight. There's not a single person that wants to do it. Well, there's a couple. Them vatos are vicious, right? But the most people in the menudo style, they don't want to do that shit. Nah, they want to just kick back and do their time, man, and have a good time and eat spreads and get the fuck on down the yellow brick road. But guess what, Dorothy? Click them hills 3 times. Bitch, this is not fucking Arkansas or wherever, Kansas or, I don't know, wherever you and that little ugly fucking rata dog went, Toto. You know what I mean? Go back there, cowardly lion, because right here in Califas, where we wiggle, there's going to be guerra. There's going to be war. There's going to be fights. There's going to be fucking people getting their whole wig split. And so would I go back and change that? Well, you know, hey, that's not on me. That's been happening before me. It's going to happen after me. And that's just what it is. You know, I don't speak on things that I'm not supposed to. But let me tell you something. While I was in the motherfucking mix, I was getting my motherfucking twerk on. Doing what I had to do. Now, I wasn't the biggest and the baddest, and I never proclaimed to be. But I definitely was involved in what I needed to be involved in. Now, as I gravitated towards, you know, other things in life, there's a lot of shit I would tell myself to change. You know? Like, don't go down that street. That's where you're going to meet that one bitch that's going to give you that shit. Right? Don't go down that street. Because look, if there's a piruja down there, I swear to God, bro, you're going to be stuck with her for the next fucking 4 years. You're going to have a kid, she's going to get you for child support for 22 fucking years. She got you, right? I would lead myself in certain directions down certain streets where I would be a have and not a have not. See, in this world, man, it's everybody wishes they can go back in time. But you have to think about the current situation you're in now. I don't got it that bad, man. You know, I could be worse off. I could have a roach right here on my eyelid right now. You know, I could have a small ass peep on just a strut that I wouldn't even be here. I would have gave up a long time ago. That's the only thing that keeps me you know, going every day. I wake up, I look down and say, you know what? Thank you, God. At least I got something to live about. You know what I mean? Shit. You know, that the enjoyment is real. Thank you. You know what I mean? Everything else in my life, got fucked up, but this is cool, right? I wouldn't have my beautiful children that I have from these certain women, right? But I love my kids, man, and I love seeing them grow and learn and things of that nature. So there's a lot of things I definitely wouldn't change, and I know everyone would say, I'd go back, hey, I would be a fucking millionaire, Holmes, now that I know, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'd probably go back and be like, hey, now that's my song. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub, my mind got what you need if you need to take drugs, right? Spencer, you know? But as far as can I go back and change the course of time, I would just give my younger self, man, klecha. Education. You know, hey, bro, fucking serio. You really need to get your shit together because, man, you're going to go through some hardships. I said, there's going to be a time in your life where you're going to eat toothpaste. I said, no, I didn't say brush your teeth, but well, you should do that anyways. You know what I mean? Because your fucking breath smells like caca. You're going to eat toothpaste. You're going to be so hungry, you're going to fight an Africano dude in the middle of the day room for a fucking stick of butter. Hey, look, there's going to be a time in your life, Holmes, when this Hannah's going to give you a fucking mama. She's going to be mad at you. She's going to bite your shit and take off running. You're going to be walking like this for about a month. There's going to be situations, Holmes, that are going to hold you down, but don't let nobody hold you down. Can't nobody hold you. Oh, no, you got to keep on moving forever forward. It's just straight up. I would lace them up on certain things in life that you know, maybe were hardships, but I wouldn't give them too much game as far as, hey, you need to be rich and you need to do this. I'd be like, hey, get a fucking job. That's it. Stop going out there thinking you're dope, man. Dope, man. You make, hey, Mr. Dope, man, you make me sick. You sold crack to my sister, and then she happens to die because of them drugs. I'm putting in your culo a 38 stuff. No, no, no. You're going to prison. You're putting a fucking pedazo in your culo. That's what's going to happen. Look, the best thing to do, I would tell myself, is to pay attention to your surroundings, what's going on around you, and to do better. To take the time to weigh your options, whether you make that right or wrong decision. You know what's up. Everybody knows what's up. There's a motherfucking youngster right now. He's about to go make a drastic decision today. But guess what? He knows the difference between right and wrong, man. It's just whatever he feels that day. No one can tell you. I had tios, I had tias, I had my jefita, I had a lot of people telling me, you're no good. Stop fucking up. Just do better. You're going to appreciate it in the future. I say, man, I don't give a fuck. You see? Right? Now I do. Now I preach those same words, but I'm not poisoning. I preach, right? I practice what I preach too. You know, I don't go out there. I don't do crime. I'm not involved in that. I'm not heavy on pushing. You know, a lot of people are like, hey, help people to stop gangbanging and help people to do this. Why? I'm just fucking one voice, bro. I can't. I've been in that position. It didn't help me. Right? I can only say, don't go there. It's not cool, bro. It fucking be cool. You know what I mean? But I can't detour anyone from doing anything. You know, I wish all my raza, I wish all the Africano brothers, I wish all of us, brother of the woods, would do good, man. But it's not my fucking job, Holmes, to sit here and try to prevent people from living their life. See, it's your life. You have your life to live. I can only tell you about the hardships of my life. And if you don't pick up on that and the signals and the subliminals that I'm giving you, well, Spence Holmes, I'm not going to go to a scare straight program and be like, hey, and then fucking what they're going to do is get you in the shower. You ever seen American News? Nah, that didn't happen to me. So I'm not going to scare them. I'm not going to give them fabricated stories and bullshit them. And I wouldn't bullshit myself. I tell myself, hey, you're going to go through some shit because you're going to make some wrong decisions. That's it. It's up to you to make the right ones. I'm here to tell you, but there's one thing I will tell you, though. About the age of 18, right? There's going to be this bad. Get with her. She gave you action. I said, that one guy, her shit was loose, but at the same time, you should have been with that white girl. Because I'm telling you right now, I said, that bitch got a Lambo right now. She does a thing called OnlyFans. That's going to be in the future. You need to get involved. You need to get involved immediately. There's two things I want you involved in. Straight up. I'm going to tell you right now, Microsoft and OnlyFans. If you get involved in that in the very beginning, I said, we're going to be wearing Gucci. You know what I mean? Not Fucci. So do what you does, cuz. Right? There's certain things I would tell myself, but at the end, all I can say talking to my younger self is life is rough, man. Life is hard. Nobody knows their future. If you do have a chance and you would get that one opportunity to tell him about your future, he'd be very disappointed. I'd be like, I don't got shit, bro. I got 2 computer screens with Dre Dog in the back and a fake pair of Gucci shoes. Life is rough, you know? Hey, optical illusions. That's it. That's it. But what I do have, man, that not a lot of others have, is a strong bond with my family and a good support system of people that love me. And you know what? For that, I'm very grateful. That means more to me than all the money in the world because I ain't got no money. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Anyways, just a little game for those of you that don't have any. Just a little knowledge you can't get in college. What I would tell myself, think about that today, gente. I want you to leave a comment. Like and subscribe, but also leave a comment and let me know what you would tell your younger self. Where you went wrong. What position you put yourself in nowadays? Some of you guys are like, oh, shit, Holmes, I wouldn't change a thing. You know what I mean? I got a big old fucking pipote hell of money and a badass hyena with a lot of nalgas. Well, shit, you're living better than I am. I got 2 minus 1, right? So the game is. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get every single thing that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, Holmes, it's all about struggling and striving for what you care about, and that's your familia, I'm sure. If it's about yourself and you're a greedy, fucking self-righteous bastard, I've been there. Shit, yesterday, I've done that. You already know what it is. Go ahead and get yours, Holmes. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe with the thumbs up. Come fuck with your boy. Remember, Gunner's Profiles, where it's really cracking over there. We're making it happen. Again, channel is going in 10 different directions, but very good directions, man. We're making this shit happen. The revitalization of this channel is so good. It's called rebranding. I said, you know what? Let's get away from all that prison stuff. Let's get away from all that gang stuff, man. Let's get away from business that is not ours and we shouldn't involve ourselves in. Oh, Gunner, it's because you got checked and someone told you. Nah, it's not because of that. It's because as I become more of a man, Holmes, I respect people and I understand now, you know, that some things shouldn't be spoken on. And that's facts. Period. Anyways, allegedly. Let's go ahead and move on. If you don't like me, you can hit me with that thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears this crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I fucking truly believe in. And that's bringing you the best exclusive content I can, as well as uniting all people to come together to have a good time. Holiday. Laugh, I say. Laugh. Laughter is the greatest medicina. If I could go back, I'd tell myself, hey, wear a condom. At least on my first kid, because that kid, fuck, man. Times are hard. I love you, mija, but fuck, you know what I mean? Pensa.